Speaking about honeymoon, what are some gestures you still do even after your honeymoon phase? I'll give an example. Some things are like some guys do. It's like some guys still open the door for their significant other. Like gestures like that. That's what gestures mean. So what is something that you girls and guys that we still do even after the honeymoon phase? So I always have a seat ready for my girls, right? I always have a seat ready. Just most of the time, the seat's my face.
So stupid.
Hey, yo!
Why did I not expect you to say something like that?
I always have.
You said that.
I was beginning to think, oh, okay, he's showing his gentleman side.
Nope. It's just a pervert.
Came your ratchet side.
You have with that soju?
Blame it on the soju.
Depending of like what my partner love language is, like I think it's important to maintain that to prove like that you care. I think caring, like I think you feel I'm such a mess in a way that like when I love someone, like I get really like at first very into like an addiction, and after that like I get bored. But with like a serious relationship, I feel like I will maintain stuff to get me like still into you. You know what I mean? And for example, if like word of affirmation is his love language and he needs to be reminded that like I love him, I care for him, or like stuff like that, I maintain that. If like for him it's act of services, like I will kneel down. No, I'm kidding. I will do stuff in the house that will help and shit like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that kind of stuff. I think that's how you keep it after the honeymoon phase. And I think it's fun to go back to the honeymoon phase in a way that like what you did during the honeymoon phase that was so amazing. So if it's like, oh, going on road trip and stuff, it's okay like once a month or 2 months, 3 months. Oh, this weekend we get the fuck out. And like we have that moment that is for us. You know what I mean? So for me, it's the way I feel like I kind of would keep it like, yeah.
The gesture.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than my response. So, Q, what is a gesture you do in the honeymoon phase, but you still do it like after?
When I was looking at these questions, I was thinking about that one, but so I do those little cutesy things. Like I want you to like, I'm going to text, are you okay? Like, have you eaten? Like, are you doing okay? Or like if they're sick, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of them or something, whatever that is, bringing some medicine or things like that.
She's a mummy.
So
she's a mummy.
I like to do those even if they may not like appreciate it. I think that's like something I like to do. Now it'd be frustrating. I haven't experienced it yet. Is somebody like told me stop doing that? I'm trying.
Can you stop loving me too much and caring? Seriously,
like really important.
Because I dated a Korean girl, right? And that's what she always fucking does. Did you eat yet? We would be in the middle of a fucking argument, or like, no, actually, that's a bad example. After the intimacy, right?
Facts. I was just saying facts. Like, you worked up an appetite.
She'll just like turn over and say to me, like, "Opa, are you hungry?" What? she'll just like, stand up butt naked, put on like my boxers, and just go and make food. And then it's like enemy, like even though like we're in an argument, like I remember one time I was arguing with her. I don't remember what the fuck we were arguing about, but I didn't talk to her for like 8 or 6 hours, something like that. Didn't want to talk to her, and then out of nowhere I get a text. You know what the fucking? Did you eat yet? Yeah, you can laugh too because it's a Korean.
It's like a term of endearment. It's so like it's such a habit. Like some of it's habit. I'll say that. Like sometimes it's just habit, and we do it because we're used to it. But because I grew up here, when I do that, like I really care about somebody. So I don't do that to everybody. So that's
exactly.
at least that's kind of distinguishes me from like traditional to like American style. Like that's kind of my thing. But if I really don't care about you, I don't care if we had sex or whatever. If I'm not asking you this stuff, like how are you, or like asking if you're okay, what do you need, or are you hungry, or do you want to eat? I probably don't really like. I'm done. I'm probably done.
Like she said something kind of fucked up to me. Like, let's say that, like, I don't know, let's just say I smell bad, for an example, right? She'll make a remark like, oh, you smell bad. So basically, she's asking, am I okay? She always does that. Like, she'll say a statement, and then she'll think that, like, maybe that statement was a bit offensive, and then she'll add Gwenchena, which means, are you okay? Right? Yeah, like, after the statement she just made. Like, she always checks to see if I'm okay after. Like, what do you mean, am I okay? She'll do that, like, all the fucking time. You okay?
That's cute. That's sweet.
Rude.
That's why I said, oh my God, cute. That was so fucking cute.
I know. I was like, should I say this or not? Like, it's going to be so cliche, but
it's real fucking true. And I dated a Korean girl to know that it's really cute. Which I fucking message me on Facebook after this, I swear to God. That I don't have you blocked on, that you can't get a call back, whichever one.
Block them all. Okay, block them.
Block her. Unfollow me. No, actually, no. She's still there. Marco, some gestures you did in the honeymoon phase, did you realize you still do even after your honeymoon phase?
Like I'd pick them up, drop them off at work and stuff like that. I'd also still would do gift giving.
Oh, you're good at that.
Yeah. After a while, like it gets weird because
Marco is a giver, not ill.
Like, unlike the guy with the Pokédex, I actually remember like stuff that they like.
Hey, bitch! I feel attacked!
So whenever I see something that like it reminds me of what they like, I'm like, oh, I can get them that. So I go through like everything, and it just gets harder as I run like out of options of like stuff that they like. So it gets harder, but. For me, it's just gift giving.
That makes sense. We've been friends for a few years, dude. Even with that, with the friends too.
Yeah,
like, you always get us gifts.
Oh yeah. Especially when they go on trips and stuff.
Sometimes, or like sometimes like for like random shit.
Yeah,
like a housewarming. Like you'll bring something and be like, "What the fuck? I feel hella bad and shit." And I'm like, "Damn, what the fuck am I gonna get this?"
But Marco, is that your love language? Like, do you give gifts, but do you like to receive gifts?
Marco's extremely thoughtful. I noticed that. Like he always into like the thoughtful things and then gives
that is
gift
so
giving.
Good.
He's
Yeah, I don't like. I'm okay with receiving gifts. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just I get joy out of just giving to others.
If you need, I can send you my Amazon wish list.
Right?
That's not like something an OnlyFans person would say.
Yeah, yo, I wish.
Yeah. Am I going to get a free exclusive video?
I mean, maybe for free though.
Personal videos.
We don't even have to ask her for it because she tells us everything that she needs all the time. She broke her selfie stick. She broke her vibrator.
And I am broke, literally.
Then she's in the camera and she'll give us a wink, right? That's I'm just kidding about that. We are off topic, but I officially got my own car, like because I was like borrowing car from my family, so now I can go down driving to Boston, bitches. The fact that you're gonna go down and I got happy.
Hey,
5 hour drive, we're good.
Yeah,
it's only 5 hours.
Yeah, it's only 5 hours. So, Marco, you just send me your address. So
that's fine. I'll message you.
No, but I'm very serious. Like, I could like just take like Friday off and Monday during summer, so I will have a couple days with you guys, so we can hang out and have fun.
Damn, all I need is 15 minutes.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go there. They're gonna gang rape me. That's how I feel. They're gonna steal my kidneys. They're gonna fucking sell me to the dark market. You're never gonna see me back. So I'm like in the group podcast. It's my last episode alive.
you dyed your hair dark when you know I have an affinity for girls with dark hair.
I didn't know that. We didn't spoke for so long.
It's not my fault. I blocked and then got called back for the audition.
So yeah, but yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. It's great. I want to record in the studio now. I get excited since I record to another studio. I'm just like, oh shit, I really want to go to the Hiko base.
When you get down here, I'll save you a seat.
Oh my God.
I said I'll save you a seat. We have two of them.
No,
yeah, exactly. And you know what?
There goes the soju again.
Imagine you sit down on a chair and get STDs. That's how I feel from K-Face.
Oh, no, too much fun. Q, don't be laughing. I know you're missing some furniture, so I could be a
I just said I am. When you said that, I was like, oh my God.
That's so sad that he's not close enough to Marco to propose him a sit. Like, I don't understand.
I think I'm going to get canceled.
We're going to have a seat counter for Kay every single time he mentions being a seat.
A seat in the house.
Now we know. Code word seat.
Ongoing joke that I used to say to my friends, like, remember, like, that stupid joke? I was like, baby girl, sit in my lap. We'll talk about the first thing that pops up.
I feel like I'm with the red pills guy. I feel like Andrew Tate reincarnated to Kay when he went to prison. He was like, I'm gonna summon my spirit to Kay, and now this is how it turns to. I left for a couple months, and this is what I'm coming back to.
Top G, I'm really under G if you're sitting on me, though, so I'm under. Wait, what gesture do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not you.
What do you do?
He's like...
Yeah.
This is such a
He lays down.
yeah. And like, I'm here on the chair. That's what you keep doing.
That's information.
So hard about the gestures that, like, they're all, like, my strongest love language is act of service. So it's hard to name what gestures that I do because I do it throughout the whole entire relationship. Like you bring them to work and drop them off and stuff like that. I do that. I also cook for them. Even if I'm tired, I still cook for them. I always make sure that they're hungry. Like I'm
even
Korean
after sex, you get up and cook for them.
Yeah, I've done that.
At least ramen.
I've done towels and stuff like that, so they can rinse themselves out, you know. And then act of service is my strongest love language, so I do all of that. I pull out a chair, a seat, and then I open the door for them and stuff like that. I open the door for them, especially in my sport car, because my door handle looks a little bit complicated, so that's why I always open the door for them.
I love that.
Time, how's it work? And after that, they had to okay. After that, they opened the door themselves, and then all that gestures, those small little gestures, I tie, I'll bend over and tie their shoe for them and stuff like that. And I do the laundry. I do those small little gestures like that because act of service is my highest.
Yeah,
it's funny because it transpired because
your family.
I'm also a figure too, to my nieces and nephews. So I do the parenting thing. And it translates over to my girlfriends. I do the laundry, I do the cleaning, I pick up stuff after them, and then I don't really yell at them or complain or nag. I don't nag. That's the one thing that my exes always loved about me. I never nag or complain that I'm tired, and that's the gesture that still continues over even after my honeymoon phase with them. So that it's hard to say, but it's like all those.
Oh yeah.
But
I believe you because I just see when I see what you all do for your family, it shows trend. I would be like, it's impossible. He's not doing this for his significant other.
Yeah. I got bring my daughter recently to go get her nails done. And let me tell you guys, to sit there as a guy at a fucking nail salon, that shit's exhausting.
You should have got a manicure yourself.
Yeah.
She got a manicure and a pedicure. You see?
I love it.
I had to sit there and go, what? Oh my gosh. But that's just my daughter. If I do the same, that's my significant.
Yeah.
You have to pay for it and all that stuff and give them a tip, and then you have to go away.
And you want her to call you daddy, right?
I was going to ask, like, do you want your significant other to notice that maybe you're tired or maybe you need something? Like, do you appreciate that? Or because you are like a doer, like you do a lot for people.
I do a lot. Huh?
Like your Instagram totally see it.
No, I never really needed the reassurance or people to actually notice what I do and stuff. If anything, I pay attention to how people reciprocate it back to me. Notice that this person doesn't really reciprocate back to me, I usually remove myself out from that individual's life. Whether it's a girl I'm getting to know or...
like if if the person is being ungrateful of your action, right?
Or taking advantage
but the
of
problem,
you.
Yeah, but there's also... in a relationship, I think you need also to do stuff like, doesn't mean that act of services is the love language of the other person. So she will not react the way that you want, because, for example, for that person, she needs to be touched. That's her way that she liked to be loved, for example. So I feel sometimes that can be a challenge, and it's a challenge for like the other person. I find for me, if you don't tell me your love language, I will not know. I cannot I'm not exactly. Anyway, so just sometimes don't put them out of your life too quickly if they don't act as appreciative that you wish for. But don't let yourself
not appreciate it. I pay attention to how they reciprocate it back. And reciprocating, it's not really appreciating, but I pay attention to how do they communicate with me, or what's their love language they to give to me back. Information, whether it's physical, and I pay attention to gestures like that. And if I notice that this person kind of stringing me along, or just draining of me and stuff like that, I cut them off.
Okay, I understand more. Okay, yeah.
No offense to them, because to me, I kind of take it as that, they're not interested in me. You know what I mean? So I don't pursue it after that. It's like no offense to them, but I pay attention to stuff like that. Then that's when I usually cut myself out from the picture for the other girls.
And then you can block them.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes to the next question. Basically, they want some advice on how do you get over if you were the second choice.
Oh, I saw that question.
Yo, I've been struggling since January about this, because I was the side chick, but not the side chick in a way that he has another chick, but I was a second option in his life. I will never be the main thing, and it's another type of rejection in a way, but it's and a thing that I learned, because if you saw, I've been really quiet about my life in general on social media now. So I was more introvert, okay, how I feel and why. And I realized that love, even if you love someone, sometimes doesn't mean you're going to be together. And loving someone is being able to accept the fact that you are the side chick, and now they're left, and so I feel it was that kind of situation where I was just I need to accept the fact that I will never be the number one in his life, and it's okay, and you just want the person to be happy at the end of the day. That's what his love is not love is not being in a relationship. Love is like see want the other person to be a better version of themselves, to be happy, to be healthy, to be, so if that happened without me, I need to accept that. And that's the hardest thing, is not when you realize it, and it's okay. And my what it took me was time for myself. That I think you just need to digest, and whatever you're feeling and how much time you need to go through that shit, do it, and don't try to be like mad about it. Just accept and move on from this, because it was not your choice. It's the other person's choice. So you cannot do anything about it, and it's to let go of that. And that is sometimes a hard thing to do. And it's kind of I don't have my other phone. I have a word that it touch your ego when you're not the number one too. Like for me, it was more about no, it's because like the number one thing in his life is a provider for his family, so you need to take care of his family first, and his parents, and I will be also, his parents are very like conservative in a certain way, and I will never be accept in the family. So even though that we like each other, it will be a really big challenge to be together, so being the side chick or the option 2 of his life is just how it's supposed to go, and you move on. And that's the only thing. You cannot keep trying and hoping for something that you didn't choose, and you cannot force someone to change his life for you. Also, depending if, like, I will not mind, is it sad to say that, but like, depending of your life, it's okay to be the side chick too, or the side boy. Like, if you're happy with that, go for it. If you're not happy, just move on. Don't force stuff on people and wish them happiness. Anyway. So I cannot wait for you guys to hear this when you're gonna hear it and publish it, because I'm not repeating.
It's okay, Rosaly. You're still number one in my heart.
Stop it. You're gonna really make me cry. That's the kind of shit that, like, but I'm okay with it. It took me like a month or two to just change my behavior and my my all day routine. So to just rebalance and refocus on me. And after that, I was just like, you know what? It's okay. And you move on. You grew up, and it's okay.
That was beautiful. You're still top person on my block list.
Come on.
He's like, just for you, I'll be at the bowl as well.
I love you. I meant that from the very, very bottom of my dick.
Okay, so very, very a short thing, right?
Come to a conclusion quick.
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I love you.
Yeah, I know. I know we can joke like this. What about you, Q?
How do you feel if you found out that you were the person's second choice? Oh, which I forgot to mention that this person is actually very similar to Rosaly's scenario. The other person that they were getting to know and had interest with, and they end up choosing someone else.
Oh,
but of course they race too, but they end up choosing someone else.
Yeah,
but it still has to. The point of the question is like, how would you get over if you found out that you were the second choice? It's still the same. Still the same, what's that word? What you would normally say anyways, even if you didn't know that story. That makes sense?
It makes sense. Okay, so...
It's anecdotic, kind of like what Rosaly just said. It's anecdotic.
I haven't experienced that. And I'm not saying this to be like, yeah, I'm all that. Definitely not. I think because I kind of choose my men versus waiting for anybody to come to me type of a thing. And so if there's somebody I want to pursue, like I'm going to pursue them. But I think also too, the reason I haven't is because either I don't know about it or I just haven't experienced it. But it could be that I don't know, because when I'm with somebody, I feel like for the people I've been with, the guys I've been with, they've made sure that I am that number one. So whether we're just dating, whether we had sex or not, whether we're just like texting or whatever, like I haven't felt like I've been second to anybody yet. I would just, this is like out of like thought process. Like if it was me, I was second to that, I would honestly, for my own pride, bow out gracefully. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. It's okay, because I kind of feel like there's other people out there. There are other people that want to put me number one. And they exist.
Exactly.
So I just have to be confident in that. In fact, you guys told me that. Okay, Marco, like you guys know, like when I was talking to you guys about this stuff before, like kind of the insecurities. So I just either I'm like oblivious to it, or I don't know. I just haven't experienced it yet, because I kind of deal with type of guys that are relentless. Is probably a good word. When I date, and if I don't want anything more or something, they're pretty relentless. And yeah, it can be irritating sometimes. So I try to pursue who I want, or I kind of have like an idea of who I want to go after, wherever I'm at or whatever I'm doing. So yeah, that's probably not going to help anybody, but yeah.
No.
I mean, it's anecdotic. So
I'm not competition for anyone. If I find out that that there's another option, or I'm the other option or whatever, at that point I just tell them, be like, I just go after the other person. I'm not gonna waste my time and compete for your attention or love or whatever with this other person. Like, you just take them, like, and I just move on with my life, because it's a waste of time. That's how I see it.
And also for you, I mean, you're a father too. So like you don't need to waste time to be wondering if you're option 1 or 2. Like, you have other things to fucking concentrate in your life, right?
This actually happened once, way before my daughter was even born.
Okay.
Just a year before she was even born, where I experienced this, where I was like, this person wanted me, and they also wanted another person. And I was in I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I don't want anything to do with you. So I was just trying to cutting them out of my life. And then I just started enjoying my own life. And then they were like, oh yeah, I want to be with you. And I'm just like, oh yeah, about that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of over it. I'm over you now. So it's kind of like,
Too late to apologize.
Yeah, that's right. Good for you.
Late.
And it's like, it's all about what Kay has said in the past, and we've said this many episodes, is value your time. So
yeah, that's kind of like my answer to this, because I've I don't know why certain people used to think that I always hit like the fucking mark every time when I want something. I just always get what I want. Right. But no, I've been friend zoned plenty times before, or they look at me like a brother, or like they have no interest in me, or I don't fit their preference, one or the other. Right. Doesn't matter. Let's just say I became second choice or not a choice, and they went after, or they chose someone else over me. I've been there before. So my best advice to you is kind of like, this kind of helps me get over things, is that I sometimes get too full of myself, that I always think that I would be the better boyfriend for her, right? Or that I would think that I'm the best fit for her life and stuff like that. Or another thing is that I give her a lot to show her that I fit the role of the better boyfriend for her, and I show her that all the fucking time, the whatever girl that I had interest of. And then when they chose someone else over me, or they just don't see me in their way that I fit their preference, I immediately cut myself off from them once I have an answer. Or I immediately cut myself off when they don't reciprocate, which goes back to the other topic. But I never explained the reason why I do that. Right? It sucks to be the person that they ultimately not choose, even though you feel so much confidence inside of yourself that you're the better person for them, and you think that you're better for them. I know that it sucks. And especially when you give a lot of yourself and present a lot of yourself to them and they just don't see it that way. But you have to remember that's really one-sided. Because if that person will end up dating you, they're dating you because they feel bad for you. Not because they has interest in you or has anything that they find in you, like romantically want to be involved with you. So it'll be the whole entire relationship will be riding on this whole entire, she's only with you because she feels bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you support it so much. And that will destroy you being one-sided, because you'll get to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I wake up every fucking morning to bring you here and I get you coffee and I do this, I do this, I do this. And then you're going to start feeling that like the effort, the amount that she reciprocate back isn't the same. Like you'll start to feel that way, and then you'll start to take it out on her because guess what? She's not meeting the ideal inside of your head that you thought she was. Now all of a sudden you're not the guy that you thought you were. That's what I mean by watch out for one-sided love. However, I look at it that way because of like, if the girl is not attracted to me or reciprocate anything of my effort and value, I take that and move it to a different girl. For an example, if someone told me they will give me $100 every fucking day, every day, but at the end of the day, I lose it, right? I will watch how you spend that, right? So it's the same time. No, it's the same thing as when I was explaining to Marco what Marco was saying is that like, if you have a certain amount of time and a certain amount of energy that you can give to a person, right? But the person told you, right, that like they're not interested in you. Why the fuck are you giving them money, time, and
wow, yes.
Day?
Yes.
Now you can take this, move it to someone else, give it to someone else, and now all of a sudden you realize that the $100 you spend on her every fucking day, she gives you back $50, $80, or sometimes even $100 back every day, because she reciprocates it back. Now the money that I was giving you has value, and it has meaning, and it's two sides, and it's residual, and it keeps coming back, as opposed to the other girl that you invested so much time and energy to. Guess what? You'll waste it because you believe that you were this ultimate perfect guy for her. But what you're not seeing is that like every fucking day that you keep giving her and you go above and beyond to not hit the friend zone, right? And stay in the friend zone, that you're gonna like, maybe if you keep simping, she's gonna give you that, right? Or you might win a chance. You spent it on someone else. That's why I let go and I cut girls so easily, because the way I look at it is like, it's more of like my way of saying thank you. Actually, not to be a dick, but it's my way of saying thank you. Now I understand that if I give you any more of my time, I give you any more of my
fake hopes.
No, if I give you the girlfriend treatment or the princess treatment, right? Now I realize that like you'll always see me as a bro. So now I'm gonna move that to someone else who will actually reciprocate it back. That's why, like when I cut them off, I'm always thankful because they didn't waste my time and energy.
And you're direct with them, so it's also kind of like,
sometimes it's indirect, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, but like when it's direct, I feel it's like, oh, you don't play with my feelings, you know? I hate when like, I don't mind rejection because it's a part of life. You need to deal with it. In life, in every sphere of your life, you're gonna have rejection. So like, just face it. But I don't like when people are not straight down saying it. Like, can you just like be like, it's not gonna work, I'm sorry. We can still be friends, but there's not gonna be anything. And it's okay to say that. But I feel today people are so afraid to just say like, it's not gonna fit with me. And I have this discussion with a guy, like a dude recently, and is been flirting and been asking to meet up, and each fucking time I was like, yeah, but not romantically. Like, I'm not interested. And each time he was like, oh, sorry. And like last time I was like, I don't know how you cannot understand that I'm not interested about you. So like, if he keep like, I'm just gonna cut him off. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's also so like fucking selfish to not take the rejection when the person is just clearly honest with you and like direct with you.
It's hard to accept that fact that you might not be the right one for them.
Yeah.
It's hard to, that's for me, it took me a while to understand that. That's why I was always accepted and respected people's preference. That I think I'm great for them, but I actually may not be because I don't fit their preference. Like, it took me a while to get that, because to me it was like I always hated the bad boys, the type of guys that will probably ruin that girl's life, and I would never want to harm a girl in that way or do anything. If only I'm very supportive and always try to make people move forward with their life, but she's attracted to the other type of guys, and I always wanted to be like that knight in shining armor, but it was so hard to accept that she's not attracted to my type. You know, she's an apple type that will fuck up her life. It was hard for me to accept that. But once you learn to accept that, it'll become so much easier once you start to pay attention to your effort and the time that you have. Because believe me, it's a lot of money and a lot of time, a lot of energy you're going to waste chasing after a girl, simping after a girl, and not accepting that she's like, will not turn her, I guess you can kind of say, her gaze towards you. Or her. So I've always walked away, and that's what always helped me. And then, like, yeah, I just accepted it, and it sucks. But then, like, you know what? I can fall in love really easily if I see, like, some girl with some dark hair coming out of nowhere with a fucking unicorn sitting on her lap and shit.
You're so stupid.
Like, that's my best advice for you. Is like, dude, pay attention. If I only give you $100 every single day, use that money wisely and make sure pay attention to where's it going and if you're getting any back. Because you can fall in love and find interest and simp over another girl really fucking easily. Megan Fox, I'm still single, by the way. So yeah. I just recently signed up to be a blood donor because I know you're into shit like that and you be drinking blood. So, like, let me know if you need more blood. Yeah, that's my advice.